No, it definitely is. Wesker plus Vajra also is just like, I mean, that's the, we've seen that with Doom quite often before, but we'll see how it works out for him here as we get our first match of the night. Nova versus Wesker. I feel like Nova does fine in it, but it's super annoying. There's a lot of annoying angles that Wesker can take, and already getting the glasses off was a good start here for Dobby.
Yeah, at the 99-second mark, getting the glasses off, trying to Jaguar dash out of the corner, sets up the Weasel Shot, but Nova gets just outside of the range. Unfortunately, Weasel Shot does not go full screen and smacks Wesker upside the head with a Dolphin Kick. We're going to see these infinites, and kidlegend has them.
Oh, in the mid-screen, though, I'm not sure what we're going to be able to find from this. Had a good idea, was actually going for the correct thing there with the Plasma Beam, and now just going to go for the Super straight into the DHC.
Just a hair late on that DHC and the high-speed tackle. I believe you can actually pick up off of that if you time it correctly, but Dobby gets the confirm, and the prop shutter drops.
Yeah, had already gone into crouch heavy just like that. Tried to go for a revolver, actually, and it does end up working out, but doesn't quite link together. And unfortunately, you can't just keep swinging like that against Nova. He's going to pretty easily fall into a Helmbreaker, I guess.
I was just about to compliment kidlegend on the stagger jab into the realization of just being able to pick up off of that plasma beam. Unfortunate drop there, and manages to actually get Dobby on a neutral tech with the sweep. So it's going to be some damage. Wesker's finally gone. Dante coming in with that double trigger still.
Okay, maybe just like the pressure to close the distance a little bit. Trying to brute force it right now. Looking for the box jumps. Does find the touch, but it's way too far in the air. And hard kick actually beats him out.
I would have popped off so hard if kidlegend had that confirm. One of my favorite confirms in the world is the foot hard kick, excuse me, into up forward medium, down back medium, re-jump.
Like that, as in the corner, drops the combo again. Dobby with a good bold cancel there to not get thrown. But kidlegend looked a little too defensive in that spot, and the super drop is going to potentially cost him his doom.
I'm seeing a lot of up back from kidlegend there. I'm not sure if it's just pausing from, you know, patience, or if it's something possibly getting held from parsec issues.
Okay, good X Factor cancel into the throw. Should be able to get the kill off of this one. Keep it super simple. And he's going to go for orbs, actually.
Was not ready for the wall cling.
Yep, still all right there. Didn't want to go for Excalibur. It is, even in X Factor, I feel it is pretty tight to get the super in. But in the end, still works out. Dobby taking that first game.
Not actually seeing Dobby take the glasses off, instead taking a more aggressive approach as kidlegend backs themselves into a corner and gets the confirm on the air-to-air, but unfortunately drops it. Was a little wacky there. Had the happy birthday, wasn't ready for it.
It's all right, though. Getting one with a little bit chunk of damage off of the Dr. Doom. Jumps up and is able to get the throw, but way too far for the OTG, unfortunately. A couple teleports in a row, but swings in the wrong place there. Doom lands first, and obviously when you land in block stun, you're canceled out of it immediately, so he gets the first strike.
Yeah, it ends up snapping out. I'd love to see it again. Try to bring that Strider in, get the hit, but Dives at an awkward situation. Manages to get the back throw, though. I'll drop this.
Can't sleep too much gaming to do. I felt that. Appreciate you. Mega Egg, appreciate it as always. 6 months. We're going to cook up a little bit Strider here. That's going to leave us down to the final 2. Dante coming in first, so definitely a suspect order for Dobby at this point.
Oh, gets hit by the rainstorm there. Won't be able to confirm without an assist at super jump height.
Doesn't matter much with the simple confirms here. Should just go straight $1 million. And that will close it down to the Wesker. It does have time to switch if he wants to, but it looks like he's going to leave in Dante. Didn't want to spend that bar to get the swap.
Not challenging the hammer, staying away from there. I like to see it. Oh, a little too high for that confirm, unfortunately. The S does not put him in the soft knockdown like the maximum Wesker does, but does get a raw heavy on that punish when the Hellbreaker whiffed.
Dashed underneath, gets the heavy in that spot as well, and that's going to be straight due for the Phantom Dance for the kill. Oh, Dobby, I really feel like we probably should have gone into looking for the Wesker mirror there, but it's still okay. Was playing defensively, had the right idea, just... You can't play too defensively, especially when you both have X Factor on deck. You give your opponent too many opportunities, as we kind of see there from kidlegend, is being a little bit too defensive as Nova, I feel like.
Yep, setting up the gravimetric pulse there. Does not get the confirm, unfortunately. Went for a standing medium instead of a standing light, and Nova ends up paying for it as the weasel shot gets the confirm for the kill.
Air-to-air whips out, wasn't able to get the launcher, jumps up for the throw, but still in hit stun. Almost gets it. That'd be kind of sick.
Oh, was not ready for the throw punish there. Managed to get the butter gun, but you need to come down with a medium, not a light. And unfortunately, Wesker comes out with the maximum Wesker, but there's no meter there for the punish, or for, sorry, to stay safe.
Yeah, could have gone for the X Factor, but tough situation here. Dobby losing out on the Wesker.
Yeah, you definitely want to keep that X Factor in your back pocket when you have Strider as an insurance.
Oh, and just like this, off of a hard kick, it feels like kidlegend has been getting like the OS throw type of situation so often. Again, gonna cook up with the level 3 and take the kill. It's just Strider.
Electing to keep Doom in there, goes for the side switch. Ends up giving Strider all that space.
And twice in a row we've seen that side switch just not really get any kind of value out of it. Dobby drops his combo though. An opportunity for punish. Goes for the orbs very early on. It's a little unfortunate because you do kill Doom, but already that's half your orbs.
That is right, and manages to block just enough, but unfortunately is still not ready for that wall cling. Dobby is eating up kidlegend's Wesker with that.
And bird bombs and everything in between. 2-1. Dobby again doing an amazing job being able to restabilize. And kidlegend, I feel like we just got to activate this Nova a little bit. He just really has not gotten to play very much other than that first game. Almost gets a happy birthday off the jab, but it's just a hair too far, it looked like.
Yeah, also looked like there was not too much confidence in the jabs, trying to just jab check and too much of a stagger there. But does manage to get a second hit on Wesker right now. Can we redeem this with a kill?
Should be able to. Keeping it optimal. No, that's going to drop in the corner, but Dobby's holding backwards. Tex into the corner even further.
Oh, wasn't ready for the punish. You can actually punish that if you push, block, and guard cancel correctly. Doom's actually at a disadvantage, and you can get a jab punish.
That's the Ram Bam Twitter. That's where I learned that one. Good to jump away. Yeah, just kind of chilling. But you can't be too patient against Strider Dante. If they get their shot, that hard knockdown, kind of ridiculous to have to deal with here. Nova getting aggressive, which is definitely the right call.
Just to get the hit here. Elder for the side switch ends up going into the Devil Must Die to secure the kill against Nova. You never want to do that 2-bar kill with Dante DXG into Strider most of the time because the damage is actually kind of laughable.
Wow, being so aggressive with the box jumps there, but we're able to get the forward heavy foot dive. Good timing, good punish from kidlegend. And he's content to fight it solo Dr. Doom and leave the Wesker for anchor.
Oh, manages to get the air throw there. X Factor, keep it simple.
Slipping in the OTG assist just because. There you go, 2-2.
Hey, keep it as unscaled as you can.
Oh, dude, I love OTG assist. It's genuinely so funny. Straight into the super. Snap. That's a good idea, but it just whips out.
I would have done it too. All right, not going to do the wall bounce for the corner carry. But we did get the corner carry, and a raw tag into Dante actually goes unpunished as Nova gets slapped by Raw F.
Cancel the launcher was definitely cute. Missed out on the dash there. I mean, when you are fishing with Dolphin Kick, oh, as we get a great punish on the tag. But when you're fishing for Dolphin Kick, a lot of times you're just kind of fishing for the guard break. If your opponent push blocks in a poor manner, not gonna matter. 2 characters off the table. Dobby leaves kidlegend just with the anchor.
Back from Wesker, try to get that set up. Goes for the X Factor. Yes. Beautifully timed.
Oh, clean connection. Should build up the level 3 and has X Factor. There you go. That should do. He may be so nervous on the 2 crouches, but it does work out in the end.
A little too close for comfort, but Dobbilicious ends up taking it 3-2 over kidlegend. Kidlegend definitely fought back and came back in that set, but... And that's Berserker Barrage assist, I think?
Yeah, I mean, normally when you see Vergil Strider, we see the 0 at point with an Infinites team that we've seen a multitude of times. But coming into it, Wolverine with no projectile assist is so, I feel like, is so difficult against Hulk.
Very interesting to see the X Factor pop there on Wolverine, the character I would be least threatened by.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Tsunami doesn't hit either. Maybe this is why, though. Good turnaround.
Oh, it's going to get the air throw into the Rocket Punch. Rocket Punch whiffs and gets the raw tag into Vergil.
Okay, so it looks like we've just committed to not spending the X Factor here. Just take as much damage as you can. Look for the knockdown and the mix.
Oh, that's a dead Wolverine. Game of Tsunami's going to take care of it. Oh, and we actually get a stinger punish on whatever Hulk was trying to do, but the drones covered TJ's Hulk very nicely.
Yeah, drone somehow able to save the day on that one. Round trip comes through, but TJ stalls in the air just long enough. And Lariat, of course. If there's a gap in your block string, you know the old man is coming out.
Great extension there, mid-screen with the drones. Gonna be killing Vergil. X Factor is just an extension for TJ, so we're not even going to need it, as probably will be able to kill meterlessly here. Not sure what happened.
Hey, just a little standing heavy, you know, just because. Works out beautifully in the end. Good stuff.
All right, 99-second mark is typically where Wolverine thrives, but Hulk has an answer for almost everything that Wolverine wants to do at the 99-second mark. So you actually saw Bumba back up there, putting himself in the corner, unfortunately. And that's prime positioning for TJ to end up getting the kill if the extension was finished.
Yep, jumps over the drones, goes for the super, and just has time to get the DHC out. Drone hits him on the top of the head, though, and we go for the X Factor, so spending everything to make sure this doesn't go awry, but it's not enough to help. We're still going to get both.
Haggar fell out of that for some reason.
Lucky for TJ there. We'll take what we can get. There comes the super in response. And yeah, like you said, Haggar, a third of the life left over, but the team in shambles right now.
Oh, goes for the instant overhead, tries to climb the street, and Haggar ends up getting hit after the recovery from the invincibility.
Yeah, no X Factor. This is gonna make this really tough, even with 4 meters, right?
Yeah, I would have loved to see the Plasma Storm instead of the Hyper Sentinel Force, but I don't think TJ was ready for it.
And just like that. I mean, against a team like this that has like double anchors and has Wolverine to be able to deal with Sentinel and potentially with Haggar, if Hulk goes down, this is gonna fall like a house of cards every single time. So strong showing at the start as Bumba finds a launcher just straight up.
Goes miss push block into a Lariat. I actually I got to run a set against TJ not too long ago, actually a couple months ago, and I will say that TJ definitely has the timing correct on calling Lariat. Just it's always right before you land a button on him.
Oh no, goes for 2 for a second time though.
Another happy birthday, and that's going to be massive damage on Haggar, getting the double high time, cross up into the Dimension Flash. Hulk by his lonesome, no speed boost from this X Factor, so it's just going to be more damage, and we're going to see the Gamma Crush come down. That's not going to do anything. No confirm off the round trip either.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it a couple times before. Hulk is in the conversation for the worst anchor in the game, so it's just a little bit unfortunate of a situation to get yourself caught out like that. TJ staring down the barrel of going to loser's bracket very early right now.
Yeah, going back to the character select screen, trying to gather their thoughts. No order change or assist change on TJ side.
Oh, Bumba Canada? Okay. Yeah, I mean, not expecting a swap of any kind from that regard. TJ, I mean, I'm not even sure really what the stop getting hit so much. Like unironic. It sounds like it's like kind of troll advice, but I feel like he's just getting hit in really, really awkward situations. And happy birthdays from Vergil have just been like the deciding factor in a lot of interactions.
Yeah, for sure. And on the flip side, Bumba is just running straight into the lariat assist every single time, trying to just continue that pressure. And now you have to deal with the KBR 50-50, and that is not going to be a good look against Vergil. I think that even beats out the best super on incoming as well.
Well, switch the flag back to USA. Bumba was doing better. you gotta get this dude out of Canada. Oh no, 2-2. Oh man, closed out quick. Oh man, he had the USA buff. The flag swapped, and now it's we're in trouble. But looking like we might consider a character swap. Maybe just Vergil to point. It looks like.
Keeping the same assist as well. That Berserker slash assist could potentially help against Hulk's armor, but that is a little terrifying to do with Vergil on incoming, just because he doesn't have any multi-hitting moves, so he's not going to be able to eat up that armor very well. Unless you get space and can apply judgment cuts.
Oh my god, and same side. I mean, TJ, that's the rule of thumb. The first time somebody puts you in that interaction, generally it is going to be a cross up there, but the respect come through and is able to get the meaty as well.
Oh, was not ready for it that time. And the Haggar always comes out at the perfect time.
Oh, super. Vergil out of the way. And Strider is a significantly less effective anchor against certain teams than against big bodies. So, TJ, if you can get Wolverine here, you're in a very, very good spot. Strider's going to have such a tough time killing 3 characters straight. Oh, man.
All right, Droll Claw straight out of the corner. We're going to see a body splash into the Gamma Quake. Keeping that space, not trying to fall into the bait. No pressure for Hulk. Oh, but Berserker slashes straight into the armor. Goodbye, Wolverine. Strider comes in. Can he do anything? No, he tries to double jump away, and he gets hit with the option select from the super jump forward heavy.
Super X Factor, a foregone conclusion, is able to get the wave into the super. TJ survives there. That was a, again, kind of a scare for TJ early on in the bracket. Good stuff to Bumba playing a pretty interesting team.
Yeah, BestXbox actually going with the Nova Frank Dante this time around. We've seen quite a few teams out of BestXbox previously.
Yeah, and this is 2 of Frank's notable best pairings for being able to get himself leveled up. Nova with 2 bars, obviously is able to get it there, but tries to reset it with a weird dolphin kick. It does not work for him.
It's not ready, and looks like BestXbox is doing their Tony Kila impression. Pressuring with the energy javelins at the moment. Keeping the Hulk at bay, manages to wave dash up and get the throw. GeneralReaction staying a little too patient, showing Nova all sorts of respect.
Super into super, and this is what I was talking about, using those extra on the DHC to be able to get the full level up, go straight into the UI activation, and this just it becomes such a nightmare for Hulk. Haggar is still really effective in that spot, but the multi-hitting normals, you are just never getting an armored move out.
Absolutely, unless you just want to raw S the Sentinel that has hyper armor, so it doesn't run out of armor hits. But,
yeah.
It's not going to be an ideal situation there, as the medium rocket punch in the X Factor allows GeneralReaction to react to that raw tag and get some momentum going with the Haggar on incoming trades with the raw S.
Okay, he's able to blast him. Almost gets them both, just gets the extra little bit of damage there. I completely forgot that Dante was dead, because I was thinking $1 million into the game.
Yeah, I wonder if BestXbox was ready for that, or they were just hoping that Blue Light Special would work out of curiosity. Goes for the funny face crusher, and it's going to whiff because GeneralReaction forward tech.
I cannot believe all that combo, but it's a little too far. The first swing is just a hair farther.
To add insult to injury there, BestXbox did have the bar to be able to retaliate with an invincible super and actually punish, but ended up eating the hit and was just too far away. Got punished that without meter.
Oh, and getting the hit on Nova right away. Definitely a very strong showing here. I mean, getting rid of Nova, he's the easiest way to level up Frank, because unfortunately in the other direction, Frank still needs to find a hit as level 1 for Dante to be as effective as he can be to get levels.
Yeah, and that's typically why you see Frank West played on the anchor slot with most Dante Frank teams, just because a lot of those teams will have raw tag potential, but unfortunately you can't really afford that with Nova.
Oh, and not even going to get to see any of the tech. It's going to be all up to Dante on the anchor by himself. Goes to the X-Factor cancel, which just gets him a jump out. And raw launcher, knowing that there was the potential for a cancel, was enough to scare BestXbox into just keeping it down back.
Oh, thought he was able to get the double super with the Plasma Storm. Then BestXbox tried to get a raw S punish, ends up eating the Gamma Crush DHC instead.
Yeah, double Plasma Storm does work sometimes depending on height. It's a little awkward in most spots there. If you want to just guarantee and get a stable knockdown though, a lot of people will just snap if you have extra meter. Just that little extra bit of damage and you can get your knockdown.
Oh wow, nice adjustment from BestXbox there. Managed to call the shopping cart assist, which is extremely fast. So was able to adjust for that pickup, but ends up dropping it.
Extra little bit of damage there on Sentinel. And we're gonna go for 2 straight up with the standing heavy. Oh. Team
Super keeping it easy. Don't need that X Factor anyways. Ends up getting crossed up and eating the Lariat assist. Was not ready for it. Sentinel's going to be able to do this with quick Plasma Storm into a Gamma Crush, and General Reaction is actually going to go up onto match point.
I love non-infinite TACs. I don't know why. Seeing a TAC and just do like just as the game intended, just ABCS. Oh, dude. General Reaction, one clean touch away from potentially taking the set here. Double low with the Frank call. Super smart.
Yeah, this team is actually kind of deprived of lows. Oh, ends up dropping the super. Didn't go into the Supernova fast enough. Had Blue Light Special is going to eat a Lariat assist. Won't even get the chance to X Factor to keep it safe.
There we go. Same setup again. Is able to get 3 bars built up. It's going to go straight back into Hulk. Let's see where this puts us. We're just going to go for the full DGHC. Yeah, absolutely. Take those kills.
I love this too because Haggar's now on incoming, and Haggar's absolutely terrifying on incoming, but we're going to raw tag and give up Hulk instead. Oh, ends up eating Nova Dunk. Blocks the TAC that time.
Traveling in a row. Oh my god! How does that keep hitting in neutral? It's hitting so much!
If you're not ready for it, it'll hit you upside the head every time.
Well, just like that, set up your zoning game. I mean, Haggar into jam session, definitely a really tough situation to try and close the distance on. But is making the right call so far. You just have to block the pulse as often as possible, and apparently just wait for your opponent to be too aggressive. That is an easy Lariat.
Oh, trying to get a little too cute with the heavy hoodlum launcher, but Lariat's just going to do the job again. Don't mash it fully, and you should be able to.
He out. Oh, Marco! Oh, General Reaction, 3-1.
And there's gonna be some crazy stuff afoot, I'm assuming. But yeah, Wesker versus Vergil as we predicted. Dobbilicious on the player 1 side instead of player 2 side this time.
Okay. So, no, the drop. I was going to say a lot happened there. Goes for the alpha counter. Unfortunately, doesn't quite work out. Weasel Shot connects, drops his combo, and in the end, after all of this, Tony looks for a snap, and Vergil kind of loses out on the neutral there. This is a hell of a scramble.
It's looking like it's being played on Xbox Live right now. A lot of combo drops in the most inopportune spots. Vergil raw tags into a Viper, goes unpunished, but ends up eating a low from Wesker straight into a TAC into Dante. Oh, and no! We go into the prop starter too much HSD.
Still all right, though. Gets the TAC. Somebody kill something! Here comes the super! The DHC has to come through!
Ragnarok's gonna fall short. It's actually gonna get eaten up by the spiral swords. Strider's gonna go down here, assuming the combo finishes. There's the OTG to OTG combo. We're gonna be going straight into another set of spiral swords, bringing it back to the mid screen, setting up the round trip.
Oh, Dobby tries to swing there. I mean, you do not have, I think 8 frames is the fastest normal for Dante. It's hard to commit in a spot like that to a normal.
Yeah, it's 7 or 8. And it's that
not
awful
fast.
crouching light.
Yeah, it's super not fast. Is it 9? Chat says 9? No, wait, it's not.
I'll check the Bible here in a second.
Either way, Tony somehow keeps the entire team intact and is going to be able to secure the kill here.
Going into the spiral swords here, not electing to keep it simple until we end with the team super. Gonna be doing all sorts of mental damage there while it doesn't do physical damage on the screen.
Straight back in once again. Teleport comes out right away. Does manage to get the hit on Vergil. Almost got the happy birthday, but not quite.
Managed to jump back in time, dash up, and still get the confirm with the gunshot. Ends up going into a TAC, raw tagging back into Wesker, trying to get the setup going. Weasel shot does nothing as Viper comes in. Mid-screen safe.
That was hella tricky. Very nice from Dobby. TAC comes through again, and we're just going to go straight hammer. And with this extra little bit of damage here. No, forgot he already wall bounced.
That's something you got to remember every time you go for a side TAC. No more wall bounce. Goes into the hysteric there, into the $1 million. Gets the glasses off. That's all we care about doing. Burn kick is going to beat it out. That hitbox is so rude. Jaguar dash ends up going for a trade there. Nothing afterwards.
Almost connects on the air to air. A couple shots in a row. Gets the hit with Vajra.
Tony not ready for these left-right mix-ups on the Vajra and the Weasel shot.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, saved his boy. EX Thunder Knuckle comes through, and we almost get cleaned up for that one. That was terrifying, but, it does end up working out in the end.
Dash up raw S, looking like a Dante player, but we're playing Vergil right now. Getting the double OTG into the confirm. Here's going to be a Spiral Swords extension. And this should be the end of Wesker. Assuming that we clean up the slot from game 1. Ends with the Sunrise.
Oi, launcher comes through for the second time. OTG, and there you go. All up to the Strider now. Clean game so far from Tony.
Goes into the X Factor here. Tony looks like they definitely cleaned up whatever was going on with game 1 right now. Going with a perfect right now to end up on match point. Need Dobby to retaliate, dealing with that dash up raw S at the 99-second mark. And literally went forward again. Maxim Wesker actually manages to get away. Goes for a raw S in return, and this should be a kill on Vergil. I'm not ready for it.
Yeah, there you go with the S. Good follow up here with the OTG, just because super and the kill.
Round trip on the incoming, goes for the teleport behind. Dante is not able to hit it, ends up eating it on the way down. No X Factor here, so going to have to go through. Oh, actually, we're going for the Viper TAC Infinite, which is, I'd say it's an Infinite, but it's actually just short of being truly infinite from the lack of meter gain.
Yeah, it is with an asterisk for sure.
First time into the Spiral Swords. Goes straight into the Lunar Phase. That was just rude. Throwing him out of the Rainstorm, and no confirm there.
Okay, so no, twice in a row we miss it. Oh, that is a heartbreaker.
Almost managed to weasel around with the wall jump and managed to actually hit Dante in the head, but fell into the bullets too early. Viper is going to get hit. This is going to be a potential comeback. Can Dobby clean this up and get on to game 5?
Oh, no, prop shooter again, the bane of our existence. So many combos lost to that normal.
Airplay ends up trading with the maximum Wesker there, so it's not going to be too much damage, but ends up getting hit by the dash of light. And Tony Kila is going to take it 3-1.
Damn, there you go. Livinlegend has been like the picture perfect consistency online and offline. He is right in that like top 16, top 8 range at all times. I mean, even at TNS offline, TNS 9 did a really good job, was able to make it into the top 8 and continues to sneak his way through. Still is as the online TNS victory has eluded him, but you know, I got faith. We'll get there. We need to let him move.
Yeah, Livinlegend actually electing to go with the jam session here, trying to deal with the verticality from Chun-Li, but ends up falling into the spinning bird kick. No confirm for Eccentric, but we are going to be returning to neutral here as Eccentric just continues to build meter with that Dark Harmonizer assist, and Morrigan not taking too much damage.
Got 4.5 bars. Going prone in certain situations too, you know, just a different threat, different angle, not quite working out. Gets the connection on Morrigan and is able to get it into the launcher here. So,
not ready for the forward tech Shadow Blade. That's going to be a happy birthday situation. A lot of damage on Akuma there. Well, actually ended up killing with only 1 bar.
Yeah, ended up going into the second with the finishing shower and gets the tag back out. Has been so consistent with that exact confirm.
One thing we're seeing from Livinlegend, it looks like they're, I think we might see the adjustment here in a bit, but it looks like Livinlegend's been paying too much attention to Chun-Li and not punishing the Morrigan enough. We haven't seen enough Magnums to punish that Dark Harmonizer.
And there he goes. Should be able to confirm this into the infinite, see how far we push it, or if a drop comes through. Either way, already below half-life. Even if this drops, Livinlegend 1 touch away on both characters now.
Yeah, and from Eccentric's side, it's not worth the risk to actually try to go for the meter usage and keep it simple. With Morrigan on point, you're not able to call Dark Harmonizer, and Phoenix is right behind Morrigan. She'll die for minimum meter gain, and that could be curtains preventing a Dark Phoenix transformation.
A double tag into the better team order as well. And when I say better team order here, I feel like if only just because Chun-Li with the triple jump is able to kind of stand in the perfect spot to be able to avoid everything Chris wants to do. If the longer you can maintain over normal jump height, the more worthless Chris is in these situations. And Chun-Li with her particular skill set is unbelievable. Just kind of floating right above that height where Chris is able to get really anything done. He has to just super jump and like just send it to really have a chance.
Yeah, and that super jump every time is a full commitment for Chris because he has no way to stop his momentum or return to the ground faster.
Yeah, you just you kind of get clocked for it. The second you super jump and Chun sees it, she just kind of floats back to the ground and she gets a left right on you because you don't really have buttons that are that threatening on your way down either. Like JS is like okay, but not anything that Chun is going to be too worried about.
Yeah, and you typically don't even have to really go for the 50-50. More often than not, you can actually get an air throw punish on most of Chris's options.
Either way, cooking up Chris all the way through. Already has the 5 bars for himself. Livinlegend kind of in trouble here. I mean, Dante Akuma is an okay pairing, but I don't know how much value you're really going to get out of Tatu for the same reason as Chris not getting value with the guns.
Yeah, unfortunately, Livinlegend doesn't really have a real answer to deal with Phoenix on their team. There's no anti-Phoenix tech to take advantage of with no air throw supers or air throw specials.
Yeah, all you have is the standard baked in TAC X Factor TAC if you can catch your opponent mashing, right?
Yeah, not even air dash cancel TAC, double TACs, excuse me.
Yeah, I was gonna say just has to do it just straight up. Either way there, Dante goes it down, and it's all up to Akuma.
Oh, gets the dive kick for the raw punish on Eccentric. I often tout that as the worst dive kick in the game, but you can see Akuma players take advantage of it all the time. Getting the beam super kill on Morrigan. Let's see if we're going to get an advantage to possibly deal with this Dark Phoenix transformation, but first we got to get past this Chun-Li.
Okay, and Pastor, we might be, is trying to his best to save the X Factor here, which I definitely agree with. Gives you a much better shot going into Phoenix, or at least popping it late.
Goes for the meaty palm, gets the raw tag punish on the Phoenix. We're going to see the transformation here. Goes into, manages to assert teleport backwards. Goes into the beam super here. X Factors try to keep it safe and get some punish, but Phoenix manages to escape, and we're going to see double TK fireballs.
Doing a really good job there of making him pop the X Factor. X Factor 2 significantly less scary and somehow tracks her down.
That level 3 X Factor heavy demon flip palm is always so scary because it can come out of nowhere, especially right there.
That crouching heavy twice in a row, those feel like they're supposed to be Tatsu's, but he's not getting punished for it, so it's still okay.
Goes into a magic series, goes unpunished. Even though that S is -1, it whiffed.
Twice in a row. Now all of a sudden we can start looking for Chip. Goes for the super. It's not going to connect. Is able to get over it. Can you do enough damage though?
Akuma only has 750,000 health. This might be potentially enough. Goes for the jab.
It drops and the super gets him far enough away. It does enough. At 0.
Player 2 wins.
Oh my god. At 0 it hits enough.
Livinlegend thought they could get away with an Akuma comeback, but now we're seeing the Dante go away. Oh, and the Chris go away as well for Dr. Doom.
Damn, so another big switch up here. Doom Akuma is another one of those pairings where I feel like they do very well together, but there are other pairings with stronger characters that serve a similar function. So you don't get to see this as much, but I definitely a pairing not to sleep on.
Yeah, for sure. It's got some of the best defensive options in the game, and just Akuma with any lockdown assist like Tatsu can be absolutely terrifying, but they don't take away enough options from the opponent to truly be top level talent.
Definitely agreed. As we got the TAC reset, should be cooking up the Wesker here. Oh, too
Getting
far.
a little tired to seeing Chun-Li spin right now.
Okay, catches her on the activity frames. How rare is that? Getting normals on Morrigan, but the DP trades with the super.
Manages to get the kill on Wesker. Goes for the meaty stomp on incoming. Dr. Doom manages to block it and get away. Ends up eating the... Oh, almost had that super jump confirmed. That would have been wicked.
Okay, I mean, killing in order at this point could be okay. I mean, just worrying about getting rid of Morrigan without worrying about snapping, I feel like is very important, because even if she becomes the anchor, Eccentric has a really good path to victory here.
For sure. And manages to get the down forward medium on Eccentric's Morgan, excuse me. And we should be able to see a kill here. Actually going for a TAC, and Morgan's gonna stay alive. Another plasma beam, matchup inexperience.
Looked for the medium, just playing as evasively as you can. 30 seconds still on the clock, 37 to be specific. Plenty of time in this, but there's the pop, and was able to get a jump away, so not going to get punished here.
Manages to get the second bar. That's going to be huge. Never mind, it's not going to... still sort of huge.
Oh, and off the teleport, isn't able to get much. Eccentric cleans that up. That's 3 games straight, firmly in control throughout the entirety of that set. Very impressive showing. Again,
Right now, with the Brazilian player Bruno having to deal with Mag Spencer Doom from Milky.
I respect it. I mean, that's Milky definitely has the correct energy for Spencer, and he certainly has the execution, so I'm excited to get to see it. I don't think I've seen this character from him personally.
I can't say I have either. Going into the bionic maneuvers. See if they properly have the OTG there. And there is no problems there. Knows to hold it down and not get the super jump Tiger Knee.
Ooh, okay, and we got looking clean with the zips already. Getting it to the corner now. Should be able to confirm this fully. And does with the plasma beam. Very nice.
Oh, no.
All right, just like that, all up to the Hawkeye. Tried to go for the overhead. Is going to potentially lose both characters for it. That is a heartbreaker for Milky.
Hawkeye trying to make this comeback against Dr. Doom, which is a terrifying matchup for Doom. Oh, goes for the triple arrow. Oh, no.
Bro, listen, you know what MS this guy's playing on? You need to chill. What is wrong with you?
Oh, Lord.
Come on, brother. He's playing mail-in Marvel. You think you're nice? Deadpool going down to Magneto straight away. Drops the combo. Still gets the reset, though.
And Dante trying to clear the space right now with the air plays and the helm breakers. Magnetic Blast is going to be keeping the Dante at bay, and the fadeaway heavy is going to end up getting the hit.
Shout out to Cooper, by the way, and Hayden, both coming through with the subscriptions. Thank you very much to both y'all. We appreciate you. Okay,
I mean, X-Factor really is a little scary against Dante.
Yeah, if only just for this situation right here, right? Like, the X-Factors, he kind of gets to do whatever he wants at that point.
Oh, try to go medium into the armor pierce, but was late on it. Bionic Arm is going to hit Dante right now, and no punish on Spencer.
Looks like he was trying to posture for something. Looks for the overhead twice in a row. Dashing up with the jab, and the beam ends up getting the whip punish for Milky. So he goes 2 games straight.
Not quite a punish on the Ninja Gift. Ends up trading with whatever Bruno was coming down with. We are going to get the jam session confirmed into the Bolo. That Link, I imagine, could be pretty hard with the level of ping that Bruno is probably playing at this point. Crazy adjustment for Milky there.
Block on the incoming at least. Gets underneath. Is able to get the full connection. No, looks for the load. Doesn't find it. Crystal, okay. Or a good answer at the start, and is able to kill Magneto for it.
Showing its maximum range right now as Spencer is trying to plank dash in, just trying to get that free pressure, but Spencer is not a character that can get in easily without assist.
He just looks for low. And just, you can just tell in the way that he's moving that that's not an ordinary drop, we'll say. As we get the trade and we're able to get the kill here.
Does not get the confirm though into the heavy grapple, and jab punish does not get the bionic arm onto Hawkeye there. There's bionic arm on Hawkeye though.
Yeah, looked for the super there. It does end up working out in the end. Little ROM from Spencer. A little set already closed. That's gonna be Milky 3 games straight. They've been looking quick. Team Meteors and Ass, which is
oh yeah.
Shout outs.
Shout
You
out
gonna
to
try
Meteors.
You gonna try and mirror match him? It's not gonna work, brother.
Yeah, Hulk actually has tech against his own standing heavy option select at the 99-second mark. The anti-air gamma charge actually is 5 frames, but puts him airborne on frame 1, so it avoids the throw, and then it's multi-hit.
Corner, alpha counters in the lariat. It comes out as assist lariat though, not as point lariat, even though he's the point character. So significantly different. That's such an annoying, right? Significantly different properties on assist lariat versus point lariat, so it doesn't work out nearly the way you would expect it to there.
for sure. And we're going to go into the Hellfire Maelstrom to kill out the Haggar there. Ghost Rider's going to have to stay on point, though. But he's got big buttons to contest with Sentinels, but Jump Heavy's not going to do anything about it. Hard drive.
Yeah, in a perfect world, you don't want to have to spend X Factor on Ghost Rider, but I don't think we have enough to kill him.
Sentinel's taking Ghost Rider to the windows and to the wall. Hulk is dropping that big ass ball on his head. And we see a raw tag into Sentinel right now. Off his raw tag is going to be punished by the drones. And sure as shit, is going to be death on Sentinel.
Oh, dude, I do not think you give up Sentinel there. Hulk comes in with an OTG assist, which, I mean, is nice, but that actually comboed the up whiffs and it still hits on the way down. I didn't know that.
Up and down indeed. Goes into the bite. That's going to be all sorts of invincibility and armor. Gets the punish, but not ready for the confirm off of the low Spitfire.
Turns out, surprisingly, DXP doesn't know the combo with this team because he doesn't play Ghost Rider. Okay, Sentinel, another opportunity though, gets the hit on the attempt at the jump S, and this time it will kill.
Oh, and gets the guard break there. Always got to be ready for that whenever you push block trying thing.
Alright, jumping S, makes its way. Gets the work in with the drones coming through. Gets that extra little extension. Should be able to get the kill here. No, it's just going to opt for the snap instead. Gets the connection for the second time. This time on Ghost Rider. Okay, and with X, that should cook it up. Able to get the finish. Sentinel in once again, and this is just one of the problems with the team, as we've said before, is once you get your team kind of wackily out of order, you end up with Hulk Anchor, but X Factor should be able to fix that. Okay, hard drive hitting the assist, not too worried about it. Lands and tries to look for a throw of his own. At least what it seemed like. In the end, it's not going to matter because hard drive ends up dropping twice. How's it hit twice and drop twice in one confirm?
Ends up getting a confirm there. Hulk is going to be doing some damage on Sentinel. Blocks the rocket punch. Hard drive going to the other side. Not able to get the punish. Does not go for the Gamma Tsunami. Gets the raw tag punish instead. And the drones are not there for the alley-oop, unfortunately, as DXP's Hulk goes down.
Yep, definitely the correct way to get the punish there. Goes for the push block, smashes it out, gets the ground bounce too far away, ends up not working in his favor.
Let's go for the spit. Haggar misses the air and eats the jump medium for the death. And now we have Sentinel off. Oh, not ready for it. Plasma Storm is deceivingly active.
Oh, footsie standing medium from so far away. TJ says switch, bro, but no, DXP sticking it out.
Armor beats armor, drones beat drones. Get this corner carry here now, and should definitely get the kill with that Hellfire extension.
So much damage on Haggar, and Hulk dies, and he gets the OTG. All up to the lonely robot, but I mean, opportunity here. Has X Factor, has 2 games to give as well, so even if you do end up losing this one, you're still in a pretty good spot.
Oh, doing the GC Yoshi Raz to Raz. Oh, no punish on that anti-air gamma charge. Flight cancels to get the hurt box out of the way. Get a hard drive right through. Bicycle is actually going to not have to deal with that at all.
Yeah, interesting trade between the two. Ends up finding the TAC. Tries to go for it again. Okay. Hulk dies without a hitch. The 4 bars available. If you get rid of Ghost Rider here, you have a fair fight.
The relaunch combo onto Ghost Rider and ends up going into the Rocket Punch and a Plasma Storm. Are we going to bait a Rocket? Oh, actually, they're going to snapback there on Sentinel.
I actually like this too. If only just because you know that Ghost Rider's assist is not going to be super helpful to Sentinel. You're essentially just taking the 1v1 with more meter in your pocket.
Yeah, I like that as a variation for online, just not having to rely on the hard drive loops there. And going to be getting all sorts of damage on Sentinel now. And you have to play the matchup against Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider's whip is a little scary though.
Oh my god, but not to a frying pan here. TJ takes 3 straight and is able to clean it up against DXP. Wow, that was it. And Captain America is certainly on the list of characters that just don't have to respect it, right?
Yeah, Captain America is a bit of a gatekeeper in this game. Well, this and Infinite. Just being a character that demands all sorts of respect. 5-frame low that is active, long, everything you want out of a low. But unfortunately ends up double jumping around and eating a happy birthday there, calling Spencer a neutral.
Yep, super into the DHC. The team actually DHCs pretty well too because Viper can pretty much get the OTG from anywhere with Vergil. It's not going to matter. He gets the last hit. Tony Kila luck always coming through.
Gets the raw S there into the confirm. Unfortunately, the double foot dive combo does not work there. You actually have to go for the bucktooth loops in that situation.
I love talking about bucktooth airborne. Anytime I can bring that combo up, oh god.
You must love watching me play that.
There you go. Nice follow-up and nice kill with the Viper. Tony Kila off the back of a happy birthday is able to clean up the first game in a hurry.
99-second air throw goes for the option select, I assume, with the Helmbreaker. Going to go into the double OTG extension as we see the gunshot here into the Stinger. Goes for, actually ended up using the wall bounce and wasn't ready for it.
Oh, and the legs end up getting exposed there on the left-right. Okay, so the activation of the swords, finish up the combo, misses out on the kill. The Captain America, no super in the air, no way to be able to DHC out, has to just fall into the swords. A little unfortunate, but you know, you're paying the tax of getting to have Charging Star on your team.
All right, we're going to go for the Viper Infinite again. Manages to get the EX Seismo and the rejump. This is actually really easy timing. Once you get it started, it's just a matter of the confirm with Viper. Keeps it simple, goes into the burst time. Sets up the focus attack, ends up for the jump cancel, and DangerBox gets the X Factor grab. Did not have anything prepped for that.
Oh, had an opportunity. If it was jab or if it was hard kick, I think that ends up working out, but instead it's all coming up Tony Kila and a reset just because.
Goes into the team super there instead of the spiral swords. Don't even need to worry about it.
Okay, dashed up with the low. Couldn't quite find the stagger he was looking for. That is a crossed-up Charging Star if I've ever seen one.
Not only did he get Shield Slash, but he got Shield Slash the completely wrong direction.
Okay, good damage here. Gonna look for the snapper, look for the reset. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be a drop combo, which is gonna try and turn into a reset.
I swear, I've been seeing Vergil's just over time, they resort more to just falling button and just like raw Helmbreaker or round trip, teleport, raw Helmbreaker.
Hey, simplicity is key. Don't overcomplicate it. Just like that. Good push block, good super. Spend it right away. Definitely the correct decision here for DangerBox. Even with the X Factor still on board for Kila.
DangerBox has not been exposed to Tony Kila's Viper here though, so I was going to say be ready for all of the EX moves to come out, but didn't even have to worry about it. Confirm into the EX Thunder Knuckle. Tried to meaty, goes for the... Actually, that was like an intentionally whiffed Seismo trying to bait a button out there for an EX Seismo, but Tony Kila's just going to take it clean 3-0.
Yeah, might have been. I mean, had earned respect at that point here. You could even see in the places where he was just kind of charging up focus attack just because.
So yeah, I think it might have been 137.
Corky, I said one of my favorites. Relax. Let's get the match, though. This is going to be the Strange. And right off the start, we're going to be able to find the throw. I definitely respect that from LT. Can't be afraid of the big body players. As soon as you are overthinking and slowing things down for yourself against the big bodies, they have won. That is where they live. That is where they thrive. And your hesitation is where they find their greatest success.
Manages to get the Hive Agamotto extension. That's a little wacky sometimes, but does get the level 3 confirm on Hulk. And this should kill. It does a little over 400k. Bingo. Raw tag into Nova after laying the Hive Agamotto. Perfect setup. Sentinel goes for the double jump and eats the air throw.
Oh, shoutouts to Jason, by the way, who's been posting a lot of wacky hitboxes on Twitter for Marvel 3, which has been very, very cool to get to actually finally get to see some of them in action and how crazy they are. So huge shoutouts for that.
Yeah, to see those hitboxes on YouTube, you have to go back to... I can't even remember the name of the YouTube channel. It
It's
was
gotta be hand cam stuff too, right? Like,
yeah, it was the team that that had Twisted Jago and Chris G on their team. Was it Finger Cramp?
oh my
I think it might be a Finger Cramp's YouTube channel.
bro, talk about a name I haven't heard in a very long time. Jesus, all right. I hear the song. Shouts to Yipes.
Finger Cramp G.
OTG, take the kill. That's a perfect for LT. God damn, that's you unlocked it in the recesses of my brain, brother. Oh my god. OTG, pick him up. Nova not doing too well in this one.
Yeah, the tables are completely flipped here. Nova goes down. Sentinel gets the kill. Raw tag back into Hulk, trying to get that mid-screen set up. And no grapple ends up eating it for Spencer, but the third drone was actually in the way, keeping Spencer from getting that confirmed. And he's jabbing repeatedly, bringing them down as the bolt holds Hulk into place, and we're definitely going to be killing Hulk here. Yep, perfect. DHC into the 7 rings there, gets the flame loops.
Oh, drop though. It was a good dash backwards too. Had the presence of mind on the drop to space themselves out to not take the lariat, but it's not gonna matter here. Tried to go for a teleport, it looked like, and wisely X-Factor's out. He's countered?
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional. That's why you saw the X-Factor in LT. Oh, Team Super there to actually punish the Hulk, and Spell Vashani's actually not going to be enough damage there because you cannot mash it when the character is not on point.
Oh, good block on the first layer, but you just cannot deal with it forever. Mix up time once again.
Not electing to go for the bionic arm there. Had to deal with the punch super if he decided to go for it. But we are going to see the bionic maneuvers here into the Spell of Vashani, getting the kill. And that's probably going to be an ideal matchup for Doctor Strange here, keeping him on point versus Doctor Strange. Or, sorry, versus Sentinel.
Goes for the tag, looks for the instant overhead, just up backs out of most of it, but can't quite escape all of it. I mean, Sentinel into these two, both matchups I feel like are kind of suffering low-key. So a little tough there, 2-0.
Yeah, TJ looked right in the beginning of that second match, but unfortunately was not able to close it out there as Spencer did all the heavy lifting after Nova went down.
Double crouch medium, doesn't quite find its mark. Standing medium from Hulk, just barely whips over top.
Raw S from the top ropes, getting all the distance from Hulk. Setting up with the gravimetric pulse and ends up hitting the lariat, but the bolts ends up trading. Hulk's not able to get it confirmed. I see a high-speed tackle confirm on Hulk here. Get massive damage as we raw tag into Doctor Strange to get these flame loops going.
Or not.
Or not, indeed. White Mystic Sword will clean that up, though. Manages to get the bionic arm just in time before Hulk reaches liftoff.
Oh,
Dash and jab.
yeah, it didn't have a button fast enough there. Even if you come down with light, I think light might not have worked out even from that spacing. Gets the command throw though.
I love seeing the double spit on the X Factor Sentinel combos. It's always so cool.
It built so much meter. Oh my god, and there's the cross up as well. It hits him with every single normal that he does that has a hard knockdown in a row. Tries to go for a reset, so greedy. It does not work out, but he still kills somehow.
LT was ready for that with the neutral tech, that medium teleport to get out of the corner, but unfortunately Strange ends up going down, and then the level 3 X Factor Nova ends up eating the pipe.
Yeah, I think LT just had maybe a little bit of drunk drive in there. Unfortunately, just misspaces it because you know Lariat is coming at that spot, and you know that LT knows it too.
For sure. LT actually respecting the anti-air gamma charge on the 99-second mark, just ends up blocking it. TJ, I'm assuming, was looking for that option select backdash.
Okay.
Massive damage on the Haggar here.
Save gate C2 again, just trying to get more damage on the Mayor. Gets the clean hit on Hulk, and this might be over just like that. Okay, one kill unlocks all of these mix-ups here. That is damn near a wrap already. Haggar is going to have to fight it out on his own, but no, a huge drop.
I don't think LT was ready for that.
No, he jumps!
I think he was still in block stun, so he's able to actually just jump out.
Oh my god!
Not going to be able to Lariat cancel there. Ended up committing to the Violent Axe, and so Haggar is going to be eating that. Going down, all the X Factor is gone on TJ's side. Has to deal with Soulless Sentinel now.
Got to swap back in. Yeah, that's a nightmare to have to deal with. Unfortunately for TJ, it's not going to work out. 3 games for LT, taking it 3-1. Wow. The team excels in that category, and he also is just fantastic in that own aspect of his gameplay, right?
Yeah, I think we're going to have to expect Tony Kila to... Oh, ends up going for the round trip at the start. Teleport Helmbreaker, that's going to be the key to victory, I think, from Tony Kila. But Eccentric does have up kicks, unless you end up getting hit by a sweep on the way down. Just for the round trip here, trying to get that set up on Phoenix. Raw Magic Series ends up managing to get away too. Raw tag back into Chun-Li, got enough time, and ends up eating the air throw. We're going to see another snap probably.
Oh, TAC instead. Gotta be careful with this though, because you don't want to spend all of your bar. You need some meter going into this. You have 2 characters that are very good at dealing with Phoenix if you have resources to do it. And spending this bar to try and hit Morrigan, that's a little unfortunate.
Yeah, with the burn kick that Eccentric ended up blocking, Viper actually has a ton of landing recovery on it, so you have to go into an EX burn kick or EX seismo on the way down.
Okay, a little launcher action just because. Not gonna have time for the snap now, is just gonna have to get the kill.
And just get a tag, gets the dash under, but unfortunately Tony Kila was ready with all those buttons with Vergil.
2.5 bars, almost 3. There's a clean hit for Phoenix. Now the question, it starts to come up on every single hit now. When do you spend?
I don't think you spend here when there's 3 characters left.
Okay. I mean, with Vergil at low health, maybe consider it here. Yeah, maybe think of the same thing as me here, where it's Vergil's a quick kill if you find the hit, and Wesker's the least important piece of the team right now.
Yeah, also being able to get the 50-50 there on the Phoenix trap. Vergil has to respect it a lot more. Wesker's able to teleport out and get the maximum Wesker, but actually ends up getting beaten out by the heavy overdrive. Heavy overdrive attempt number 2 fails. Phoenix has only a little bit of her life, and she is ready to pop at this point.
Tone's gonna live a couple hits in a row though, so has plenty of room for this, but it just needs to be a little more careful about how this is happening. 17 seconds left on the clock. We're not in timeout territory either.
There's the pop. X and Wesker might actually get it. Oh, X Factor too early though.
Just like that, the health is kind of burning out for Phoenix here. Obviously not an X Factor. Goes for the super. Is going to lose to the trap. Eccentric was so ready for it.
Easy, just ready to let those buttons go. Let the traps release, and Wesker ends up biting the dust.
Yeah, that's a tough spot, because as soon as Phoenix's health starts grinding down at that point and you're at single digits, you start thinking about that timeout heavy. Like, there's no way it's not on your mind.
Yeah, trying to time out with Max and Wesker there was just recipe for disaster, giving Dark Phoenix the space necessary to be able to set up those traps. But might not be so fortunate this time, as Vergil might start mowing down this team pretty quick.
Oh, looks for the TAC, can't quite find it. Teleports after the HS. Oh!
It covers all options.
Okay, and we not only do we have invincibility with our use of meter, you can FADC the pop also. It technically is just a normal hit, so she can actually armor that and go straight into an invincible move.
That is true. The only thing that beats out the focus attack armor is capture sticks or throws.
But not gonna matter. No tech required. Just cut her up.
Serving that hot chicken. Shout outs to Nashville. Gets a sprinting bird kick on the 99-second mark. That leads into a happy birthday and plenty of meter gain on Eccentric side. This is huge and might possibly give them the match point they need.
Oh, found that one touch on the legs. Wasn't quite ready. There you go. Snatched her out of the air. Very smart. Only gets a standing heavy, though. And Seismo pushes Morrigan away to a pretty safe distance. But the OTG, Chun-Li somehow stays in it.
Not going to DHC into the burst time here. Going to let Morrigan live, trying to get a better setup and retain the meter. The Samurai Edge whiffed on Morrigan.
Oh my god. Wake up DP, though.
Jason, if you're in chat still, that's another thing to check out on the Vita.
Yeah. Samurai Edge assist on close range crouching Morrigan. If you want to get extra specific, she was behind. It was from behind, yeah. Oh, super goes through. Invincibility was already out at that point, though.
Loses it after the second punch.
Oh, that crossed up! Okay, Morgan buying this back. Here's the finishing shower. Oh, and Eccentric still finds the hit. Even with Phoenix cooked, the Morgan is still good enough.
They've killed the chicken, but the bat remains. Stomps to deal with the Vergil teleport, saying, I don't have to be anywhere near that round trip, but ends up getting hit by the Samurai Edge. Snap into Phoenix. Phoenix gets away. Manages to buy enough time to get Chun-Li back on the screen.
Yeah, not surprised with the raw attack at all. Blocks the bird kick, which I mentioned it every time we see it, is one of the most awkward moves in the game to push block, because it can be, you can accidentally make it safer and harder to deal with bad push blocks.
For sure. Going to be wrapping this up with a set of spiral swords. Actually, we'll need a second one, but ends up dropping the combo. Morgan stays alive for just a second, times out the spiral swords, manages to get away. We're going to see a raw tag into Chun-Li. Perhaps no, we're just going to eat a Helmbreaker point blank. Chun-Li coming in.
Trades with the S. cannot be tamed. Gets the hit again. And you can see Chun-Li glow, and she's charging that thing up, but unfortunately not going to get a chance to even use it here. The super comes through, and it's down to Phoenix again, but no bar for Tony.
Oh, was not ready for it. So with that regular burn kit, you need to, I'm pretty sure you need to X Factor in order to get that confirmed there, but ended up going into a focus attack. It whiffs, and then Eccentric gets started with Phoenix. Nice dash under.
Genuinely surprised to not see the Helmbreaker there. That was the most patient we've seen Tony in the air in a long time. There's the drop, though. Okay.
That trap was so delayed. Managed to get more damage on Wesker, but Phoenix is leading right now and gets the X Factor at the right time. Tony Kila brings us up to a game 5.
Yeah, I think that the hits that killed her were the hits that gave her the meter as well. So she couldn't have even supered if she wanted to, because that is a fully invincible forward super coming out from Phoenix. But Chun gets hit again.
Into the lunar phase there. Maximum damage with the round trip. Not dropping the sword extension this time. Chun-Li goes down. Tony Kila has no bar, but Eccentric has less than 3.
Dude, and a great follow-up. Let's push all the way through. Here comes the swords. Gonna try and kill in order. Maybe look for the snap now.
This is not a good look for Tony.
I mean, we've seen him beat out the Phoenix already. It feels like the Morrigan has been the biggest issue. I think this is actually an okay look here. If you X now,
That's it.
the Seismo did so much damage. Tony's in winner side top 8. I feel like when you look at the team comps and if you just look at it on paper from a Marvel perspective, man, you gotta favor the Deadpool team here so much. I mean, it's a much more stable, better anchor, generally a better point character as well. Overall, just higher tier. Legend kind of ignores the rules, it feels like.
Yep, we're going to see the wall bounce there into the heavy, go into the maximum Wesker, and that's going to be a mid-screen kill for Deadpool.
Minty,
potentially.
It's not too soon, Minty. You're just now catching up. Just the production.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Tried to go for the fancy stuff for the mix-up. That's going to lose you 2 characters. Chris going to be the anchor. This is a nightmare.
Chris can get it done with the right timing on this X Factor, though. Got to make sure that... Oh, actually going for the back dash into the jump S. Damage on that Chris right now going into level 4. Dark Angel is going to close it out quickly.
How Chris is like one of 2 normal humans in this game to face off against Vergil. That's a little unlucky from a matchup perspective. For all our power scaling fans, that's a tough one.
Ordinary guy. All right, Legend getting off a delayed Maximum Wesker. There's going to be a lot of damage on Deadpool. He's got him down to 50% already just off that.
Just trying to throw, sets up for the grenade, gets the overhead. I've been told for years that an overhead is not good, and I have no faith in anyone that still thinks that. It's ridiculous.
It's plus on block. And when you try to go for the throw tech, it puts him airborne, so you actually generally whiff a heavy.
And it just crosses up sometimes, like as we see there. Same side. Gets the shot, almost gets the confirm, wasn't quite quick enough on that one.
Using the machine gun fire there instead of the Tatsu assist. A lot of times I think I would have actually gotten the confirm for Wesker, but he got better setups off of it.
The amount of time during that team super that Legend didn't move was actually terrifying, but it doesn't matter. He's still able to find the Helmbreaker.
Oh, didn't get the second volcano. Chris comes in and just gets chipped out by the acid rain. Gotta do something better than dealing with that pollution. Goes for the box dash and gets the cross up. And I don't even know what's going on anymore.
No, Volcano Beehive would have killed there. Could have gone and the devil must die instead. He drops.
Player 1 wins.
Akuma special, you know, dash under, just push S. I was talking to Justin about that. We were commentating at TNS. He was like, I don't know, the man who's propagated some of the most Akuma comebacks ever was like, I don't know how this character hits people. He's like, I'm just dashing under and pressing S, and it just keeps working. Legend living the mantra, dude. Good God.
Yeah, it's either that or you end up getting an air throw. Those are the only ways to get a hit with Akuma. All right, Maximum Wesker comes out from Toji from Livinlegend once again. Toji ends up blocking from full screen, laying those pineapples on the ground. Oh, that should have been a punish. Those guns are extremely punishable on the way down. Does not go for the confirm off of the Tatsu, but gets a teleport set up. Lots of damage on Dante, and Deadpool falls out, gets a hit on Wesker, but was not ready for the commit.
Oh, man, hit the shots and actually had a potential for both. Now going to lose out on the Deadpool after the teleport. Full confirm.
Yeah, that could have been actually game-changing for Toji. Deadpool would still be alive and potentially 2 characters taken away from Livinlegend. But now we have Dante bleeding terribly and ends up falling into the incendiary grenade. Got to be ready for those. I'm never ready for those, as you can see on my appearances.
Never.
Oh, Judgment Cut into Best Super, but unfortunately the Judgment Cut wasn't full screen, so it did not reach the fire in order to actually negate it. Dimension Slash ends up running into it until he gets a chance. Vergil goes down, and Livinlegend is now on match point with that S.
Player 1 wins.
I mean, Toji in pretty decent spots and a couple times in a row, but I mean, Legend just looking more stable. I feel like the point matchup decides just about everything coming through with this one. Deadpool has to get maximum value, has to get a couple characters off the table, because you cannot rely on Dante to get that miracle Helmbreaker for 2 more than once in a set. That cannot be the game plan, right?
Yeah, for sure. Seeing the Happy Guns not go into the Happy Heavy trigger was a little unfortunate, because that it could have been a situation where we're looking at a 1-2 instead of a 2-1. But yeah, definitely need to find a different option in the neutral.
Oh, so we're gonna switch to the stuff, huh? Attorney at Law. See if he can make this work. Phoenix Wright coming to the table.
The boys in blue are making their appearance on the screen. Hopefully they can do better than the boys in blue, aka the University of Kentucky, choking to a 14 seed in the NCAA tournament last night.
You gotta hold us in, brother. You gotta hold us in, brother. Oh my God. Being pretty aggressive at the start there. Doesn't search for any evidence. Actually ends up completely cornering Livinlegend right off rip.
Yeah, Legend tried to get around that Maya, and Toji was ready for the jab punish there. Already has 2 good evidence. Hopefully we can see some better RNG at this moment. Now we have 3.
And they're all actually good pieces of evidence. 2 gets into turnabout, actually hitting the assist.
Oh, the paperwork is not physical.
Oh, that was such a good idea, too, to go for the counter. I like where Livinlegend's head is at.
There's the Maya Super trying to set up the unblockable, able to get up back, but actually fell into it. Chris falls way too fast to be able to avoid that.
He's going to use up the rest of turnabout here, it looks like. Gets the poke, has time for a tag, and nice. Full block? Oh, doesn't even have to, just able to block it out.
I think we're going to be looking for, an opportunity to go to a killer bee. I was going to say $1 million, but we're not even going to need to go there. We can just go straight into the devil must die. If we don't get a turnaround Helmbreaker, why'd they turn around like that?
You have Phoenix Wright level 3 behind with X Factor. Just go super.
Oh, could have Maya supered right there while he went into it, but he's not going to be able. Oh, level 3, that's not going to work.
No, he gets hit, dude. Oh, no. Disaster. And the dive kick hits.
X-Factor has 1 frame of recovery, so you needed to be able to X-Factor sooner than that, but the Raging Demon was already on top of you. And Livinlegend is going to potentially make this comeback. Dante is actually alive. No $1 million into the Spiral Swords there. We're actually going into a Team Super, and that's going to eat the...
It beats the Demon Flip, actually, surprisingly. It's almost no damage for it here, but right now,
Find a way to get Dante out without setting Akuma up for success, but ends up eating the flare throw.
Yeah, and no meter Vergil. He's human. Still a strong character, still good normals, but there we go. Finds the clean hit on the throw. That was scarier than it needed to be, but it is going to even the setup.
Toji.
I thought it was gonna be. I think it was gonna go DT swords with those 2 bars.
Yeah, I was thinking DT swords or $1 million swords.
Yeah.
And, when the $1 million got Akuma locked down, I thought we were gonna see DHC straight into Maya, set up the unblockable because it was still point blank, and Akuma didn't have X Factor to be able to do X Factor Demon. But
Okay, try to use Jam Session to buy some room. Maya instead is going to be the one to get the work done. Looks for the swap, just finds the serve bot. Not what you're looking for here, digging him out of the snow.
Legend spacing out those Dante calls very nicely, but Maya is causing all sorts of grief. And that final Magnum, as Maya's going away, is going to help Livinlegend get the kill on Phoenix Wright. Not going to see a lawyer cause any issues this time.
Yeah, that's just a couple good confirms in a row for Livinlegend. Looking a lot more cleanly in this because Legend looked kind of sloppy in the first game of this set and has been progressively looking significantly better.
Yeah, it does not go into the $1 million, or could have set up a situation into Spiral Swords. Can do it this time.
That or X Factor. Either way, you got to get some momentum here. Chooses to go neither and takes a Magnum for it. Almost gets chipped out.
Manages the Killer D over the Tatsu, avoids it gracefully. Dante is still alive by the skin of his teeth. Going into the $1 million here. Should be a Spiral Swords quickly. Get the teleport. Oh no, goes.
Tried to do it again. It does hit this time.
Why is Dante still on the screen? He's gonna die from a sneeze. Coronavirus got the best of him. Vergil coming in.
That was a throw. I mean, Wesker doesn't get anything from his throws, but you can't let those rock. Super, he canceled with the teleport.
That's a hit. Tiger Knee Super. Yes, he got it.
Legend with 2 demons in the set somehow comes up on top of that one. It was a mess, but that's Legend's mess. 3-2. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a normal rotation date currently.
All right,
Played
going
got
in.
part
Oh, it's a happy birthday. Too early.
Oh no, dude. X Factor and is gonna kill both. All up to Phoenix.
Phoenix is already almost at 4 bars, though. Oh, she's not gonna get the chance. Never mind, she is gonna get the chance.
Yeah, gets the X Factor, but spending your X Factor here, you gotta kill everything so fast. Does build up the 5th bar, but it has a favorable matchup going into the rest of the team here, so Eccentric actually in a really good spot.
Yeah, unless GeneralReaction has like found some Aeonian level sauce with Haggar doing an X Factorless confirm.
No, he just normal jumped. Okay, and that's such a jump scare because sometimes you forget. If you super jump, you can't call assist. He flew off the ground, so he is technically a normal jump, like, I don't know what you call it, normal jump state. He's not in super jump state, so he can call assist there. So he gets to fly straight over you and call Lariat. That's such a stupid mix-up.
Yeah, that's correct. Normal jump state is probably the best way to describe it. As we're seeing all sorts of spinning bird kicks. Massive damage on Hulk right now. He's got plenty of health to play with.
All right, 5 bars that built up, and Chun-Li unfortunately takes the heavy one on top of the head, standing heavy into the DHC. GeneralReaction playing kind of nice today.
Oh, gets the air throw on Morrigan.
I cursed it.
And that's going to be it for Hulk.
My bad.
Hey, there's still a chance. We saw him kill Dark Phoenix last game.
Oh, my bad. Doesn't get the rocket punch. Hard drive comes through. Is able to get the block. Doesn't go for the push block, though, so no true punish off of that one. But a trade with Lariat ends up winning the day, standing medium to get the pickup.
Gets the Haggar on point. Trades with the drone. Oh, that's happy birthday. It's unfortunate. Be able to get the double super here.
Definitely does. I was worried about that because sometimes you'll see people get the kill and then try and transition into the infinite. I like just finishing the combo way more. I like that from Eccentric. It feels less stressful to just do what you were already going to do. Don't switch game plans in the middle of a combo.
Yeah, I was expecting the overdrive extension there, but I really like just seeing the super jump into the fireball straight into the super. God, it builds so much meter with 3 EX spinning bird kicks. Going into the left-right reset looking like a Marvel 2 player. I always forget that Chun-Li has 2 air dashes.
Okay, OTG, and a strong follow-up here. Gonna look for the TAC mix-up on this next one, I do believe. Maybe spend some bar. Yeah, I think to kill Hulk, I think that's worth it.
Oh, 100%.
GG legs, no funny business.
Without the lariat, not having to do anything, just chilling back, full screen, and getting those dark harmonizers.
Okay, drones doesn't get much. Let's just kind of test to see if the assist was going to come through. Lariat way too high, and Eccentric continues the combo in a really awkward way. Actually, completely avoids Haggar.
I was honestly expecting Eccentric to get a air-to-ground combo there after that spinning bird kick, but managing just to avoid. Already got the 5 bars. Morrigan's now on point. Chun-Li's recovering red health, and Sentinel is gonna eat it right now.
Oh, got away for the moment, but it's not quite enough. Eccentric in a crazy good spot here, especially with that little cross underneath. GeneralReaction would eat an absolute, not only a dropped combo, but an absolute miracle to stay in this one.
Level 3 here, going to be able to go into the Shadow Servant, and that's going to be closing it out as Eccentric will go, gets the finishing shower instead.
No, he rolled away. If he stays close, he could have hit Lariat, but he gets a pipe, but he does double hard knockdown. Oh. 2 massive situations in a row drop, but he gets him anyways.
The TK shot almost killed Haggar.
Dude, that is 2 heartbreakers in a row for GeneralReaction. He had it. If he techs forward, he kills her. And if he just does a normal combo, he kills her.
Chun-Li gets full screen away. Double air dashes in, but ends up eating that Sentinel drone as Hulk gets the free hit. TAC up into the Sentinel, going to go into the Plasma Storm. That's going to be it for Chun-Li. Are we going to see a raw tag into Haggar here? Oh, no, we're just going to keep it simple. Going into the Hulk and trying to have as much advantage as possible. Just not ready for the confirm there. Morrigan is going to be just playing the bullet hell right now. Crouching under the drones, gets the punish. GeneralReaction was not able to commit into the Gamma Crush there, and I wouldn't want to burn the bar either. Full drain into the TK shot, manages to get the overhead. Triple overhead, was not fully blocked, but was not ready for the confirm. Hulk going full screen, trying to figure out what to do.
Okay, all through for a good amount of chip. Gets the jumping medium, but was too far and wasn't quite ready. But the DP on block is punished by the Lariat. Safe and sound. It's the bird.
Crosses back up to contain Phoenix. Phoenix manages to push herself out of the corner.
Psych. I like the little attempt. No, but still gets close.
Oh, he tried to go for the X Factor TAC tech, but he ended up lapping her, and that ended up popping her.
That's gonna kill some time. Doesn't actually get punished for it.
Not a good look. Sentinel does have access to one hard drive, but we're gonna see a Hyper Sentinel force as she just super jumps over, does nothing, gets the punish. And Haggar's not gonna get the chance to land to get the lariat until the very last second.
Yeah, the second he hits the ground, tries to go for the lariat. A little too predictable in the end, but Eccentric gonna move on forward to the loser side. General reaction. Guy's talented executionally. He's kind of crazy.
Very much so. All right, but now we got Livinlegend versus TJ. Oh, and manages to get the Gamma Charge punish on the flamethrower. X Factor is definitely going to be killing the Chris here. X Factor is just another form to confirm for this team. Oh, but the Magnum actually beats out the Tsunami before it comes out, so Chris gets an opportunity to live as we DHC into Wesker possibly.
Oh, and you can see TJ's positioning to just try and get close enough to burst chip him, but unfortunately can't quite get close enough.
I like Livinlegend here displaying the patient game, aside from dashing up and getting ground grabbed, but just being able to buy time to restore that red health on Chris right now is absolutely fantastic. Machine Gun is going to get the confirm on Haggar. We're going to have to teleport out of the corner. Ends up teleporting into the lariat.
Yep, just a half mash too. You gotta wait so that you don't get the eye glint, and then you start mashing. Is generally the correct way to be able to get the combo there. Oh, he checks the legs, gets the kill on Chris. Akuma, meaty. You know Demon Flip is an option, and does get it with the jumping light.
Follow my lead.
He's going to put TJ on the board first with that breadstick, and shout outs to Chen FP for subscribing with Prime.
Thank you very much. Appreciate y'all as always. We go for the ground start. Snap not going to find its mark, and Akuma somehow is able to save it.
Takes out the lariat, doesn't do anything here, just backing up in the corner, and gets air thrown out of the machine gun on the way down. Wall bounce for the full screen confirm, goes into the side switch for the snap into Akuma, goes into the straight up damage charge even though you can't get anything off of it.
Hadn't committed to anything though, just tries to go for the jump, dashes up for the punish, and finds the crouching heavy. Okay. Yup. As soon as you see that second jump, is able to go up and get the grab. When you think about characters that just try to escape casually in spots like that with a double jump, sometimes you forget that Sentinel is on that same list.
For sure. I always try to end up doing it against Dante and Strider players more than anything, but Sentinel you have to be a little worried about because if they get wise to it, they might just go double jump straight into the hard drive.
No! Legend dashes straight into it! Oh my god, he baited it perfectly but gets too close.
TJ too patient, seems to be the final form, goes into level 3 though. TJ too greedy as Livinlegend gets the punish with Akuma. We're going to see a double super possibly, and maybe just into the satellite laser here. A double super it is. I don't know if grenade launcher super works here, but we don't need to even worry about that as Akuma ends up allowing Livinlegend to tie up the score 1-1.
I think grenade super, the first grenade hits and the rest of them don't. But round start DP again, straight into Akuma, who's gonna lose to the standing heavy.
Does have to commit the bar there. Didn't have an opportunity to get the extension with the drones, but we're not going to worry about it. Meter is just an extension for this big body team, just like X Factor is. We'll be able to get all sorts of damage on this Wesker here.
I really like that big delay from TJ as well on this incoming. You could hear the gunshot coming out from Livinlegend. Looked like he was trying to go for the tech throw at that point. Puts himself in a really bad spot, and Chris has to guess for his life, and unfortunately guesses incorrect. And you know what that means.
Yep. That is going to be a dead Chris as TJ goes up on the match point. That is not an official perfect, as Haggar did receive a little bit of damage. I don't know if it was from a lariat into a raw tag or what, but there was some yellow health missing.
Okay, we are gonna X. Yeah, I mean, this team needs to kill a character on every single touch, so I definitely agree.
Yeah, last time we saw this was actually game 1, and TJ ended up taking that, so I agree with that decision.
Okay. You got to put him in the Evo winner, but instead of going for that mix, we're just gonna go for the command throw instead.
Dash forward into the team super there, going to be able to get another extension. Good luck.
And even with the jump S missing, he was still ready. Goes for the standing light and actually fixes the confirm. That was a really nice presence of mind from TJ to be able to make that combo work. Strong stuff and a well-deserved earned spot into the top 8 through the loser's side.